And we're back to learning Gimp in a year, day 121. Let me show the levels adjustment. Once again, we need the histogram. If you can't see yours, go to Windows, use the document dialogs and click on histogram. And you can see right here, we have a big gap on the right hand side. And I can actually drag this over here and you can see it's like 50, almost 60 color tones that we're missing here. And on the left hand side, there is a small gap as well, like 2, 3, maybe 4 points. Let me copy the original, and I've already shown you, you can use all of these options right here, exposure, brighten and contrast to adjust that. But there's also something called levels. And this is in many ways the adjustment option that I would recommend. If you're a beginner, don't let all of these options confuse you. What we want to use is the input levels, so only the scale right below this little histogram that we can see here. Whenever you get lost, you misclicked or something, just click on Reset Channel. And you want to use right here perceptual and linear histogram. So this is simply the visual representation of the histogram. That's what we want to use. And now you can drag right here, the right hand side and the left hand side on the scale inwards, and this changes our histogram. And you can see around 4 points to 200 points. That is exactly the range that we need. And then in center we have another little triangle, and that's for the midpoints. So once again, on the left, there are the shadows, the dark elements of your image. On the right, the bright ones, the white ones. And in the middle, we now have a midpoint. And that's something that's kind of missing in these other adjustment options that we've talked about in this Gimp playlist already. And there's another reason why I would recommend using the levels. Because here in this case, I would actually go a little bit up. So usually the midpoint, as the name suggests, is in the middle at around 50% in between the blacks and the whites. But in this case, I would go a little bit up. Let me go back to the default state. And you can see these little color picker elements. You've got two, one for the whites, one for the blacks. If you hover over that, it actually says so. Let me activate the black one, and then you hover over the blackest spot of the image and you left click. And this is then going to tell you what color tone this is. So in this case, it wasn't fully the blackest. Let me try another one, because I would think the blackest spot would have a value like 4 or 5. Let me try this one. And this is exactly 4 points. So this is actually the blackest spot, the darkest spot in my image. Let me do the same for the whitest one. I would assume that it's maybe here on the waves. Let's say this spot right here. I activate the white color picker and left click on this element. And you can see how this repositions the slider to this specific point. So you can define the extreme black and the extreme white using these two color pickers directly in the image, or you just use the sliders. So in this case, once again, I would go to 4 points on blacks, around 195 to 200 maybe for the white points, and then adjust the midpoints a little bit. Forget about output and forget about the other options here when you're a beginner. I want to keep this playlist beginner friendly, and you can see the improvement that this level adjustment has already given us with the basic functions. So we were able to close the gaps here in the histogram, and this has improved our image significantly. And these are the basics of using the levels adjustment in Gimp. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.